Hi guys, this is Con on the road. So just got an email from Volvo announcing their SST prices. Okay, so we have the XC90 T8 413,888, the T8 inscription plus. So then there's the T8 inscription, the one without the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, 40388. Same price before and after. So looking at, then we have the XS90 T8, XC60 T8, right? So, and yeah, okay, so all Volvo car prices here are maintained from what they were during the GST days into SST. So basically what has happened is that Volvo has, so basically what has happened is that, right, if you were to buy a Volvo 5 months ago versus you buy a Volvo today, you are paying the same amount of money. So across the board, all Volvo models, no change in price from what they were during GST. Okay, right? So then the question you may ask is, everybody else, right? Because Volvo, I remember, right, they are the longest operating, they have the longest operating car assembly plant in Malaysia. Okay, their Shah Alam plant has been around since the 1960s. In other words, before many of us were born, right? So everybody else in the car market, okay, they have dropped price. They have dropped prices for their CKD models. CBU models have went up, but CKD model prices have come down. But Volvo has not been able to drop the prices of their fully CKD lineup. Why? So the answer is, right, you have to look more closely, and we have to get into a bit more technicalities here. You see, the bulk of Volvo's lineup, okay, the S90, the XC90, the XC60 are all PHEVs. These are very high-tech vehicles, and they utilize a high level of very high-tech components that are not readily sourced in Malaysia. So you see, right, like for example, like you take any of the T8 models the battery pack, the electric motor, the engine, all these things are no way you can get a local supplier to build one. All these things have to come from the vehicle's CKD packs from Sweden. All right, so which is why, right, if you were to go back to BMW's pricing, you would notice that for the 330e, BMW maintained the pricing. Okay, all the other PHEVs, all the other locally assembled BMW models, price decreased, but the 330e prices maintained. X540e 2,000 ringgit increase. I don't know how they managed to bring top 15,000 off the price of the 530e lah. Okay, but suffice to say, right, okay, your SST level is very much dependent also upon your, the level of your local content of your car. So the more, the more imported stuff that you have inside your vehicle, your locally assembled vehicle, somehow your SST will be higher accordingly. Okay. Now the thing about SST is that, right, versus GST. GST applies to the vehicle every time that car changes hands. So let's say that when you go from the plant to distributor to showroom, then to consumer, every time that, because you see, right, in the car industry, when in the whole supply chain, from the plant itself is one business entity. Then you transfer it to the distributor, which is another business entity who will mark up the prices for their own margins. And then the distributors sell it to the dealership. Dealership again marks it up. So and then it goes to the consumer. At each level there, GST is applied. But of course, then they have this whole thing about, you claim back your input tax versus output tax and all that. SST on the other hand is applied at only one point, which is when the car leaves the plant. So SST is only paid one time. It's 10%, but it's only paid one time. So there is some provisions about, you know, how your local content, bringing high level local content, bringing down your SST, but it is too technical to go into further detail. Suffice to say, if your car is locally assembled, the more local content it has, the lower its SST, plain and simple. And that is why Volvo, despite its fully locally assembled lineup, okay, is only able to maintain their pricing as opposed to bringing it down like the likes of Honda and BMW. If you notice, Honda, okay, their latest post-SST pricing does not include any mention about the Jazz Hybrid and the City Hybrid. HRV also is not mentioned, but that's because HRV, the facelift, is coming lah. So hence there's no point to mention prices for the HRV. But City Hybrid and Jazz Hybrid are conspicuously missing from the price list that Honda has sent out. All right. So yeah, that is a bit more insight on the, you know, how SST is impacting car pricing, following up from my previous video on this topic. Okay, so before I adjourn, okay, there is something aside. Okay, this is targeted for you animal lovers. Any of you who wants to adopt kittens. Okay, I've got 3 at home. You see, there's a bit of a story behind this. You see, what happened was that some months back lah, okay, this pregnant cat wandered into my father-in-law's house, and that was just as my father-in-law was about to start his house renovation. And as a result, so what happened was that because the house is going to be renovated and the cat is going to deliver, and eventually the cat delivered. So just before the reno started, my wife and I, we angkat all the mother cat and the kittens over to my house, where we sheltered them. Okay, so now the kittens are maturing. They are still breastfeeding, but they are ready to wean off anytime. Okay, and the fact is that my house, we already have several cats in our home, and we don't have room for more. So if any of you, okay, interested to adopt kittens, okay, I'm going to flash the picture of those kittens right now to charm you. Okay, if any of you are looking for kittens to adopt, 3 kittens are up for adoption. I'm spreading the word around, first come first serve basis. Drop me a line in the comment section. Okay, also if you have any comments on the whole SST topic, drop a line in the comment section below. And also one more favor, hit the subscribe button. Okay, and so yeah, hope you enjoy my videos. Until my next video, thanks for watching. Bye for now.